To Kevin Samuels and his fans, black women owe you nothing.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the Black V-Neck on.
What is going on, you all? It is time to talk about Kevin Samuels, girl. The folks, the cishet black men are upset. You would have thought they've lost another father. Girl, the girls are upset. They are pissed. And what's funny about all of this is these were the people who were laughing for months, if not years, at the jokes and stuff that Kevin Samuels was saying, how he berated and dragged black women on Instagram Live and YouTube videos and all this. They had no of these issues when it came to laughing at black women. Now, all of a sudden, that a couple of black women who said, I don't really care about him being gone. I don't really care. Now they are losing their mind. And you know what? I'm glad y'all are. So we got to talk about it. We've got the report is confirmed. Kevin Samuels passed away May 5th in the arms of a non-black woman. But honestly, no. Let me tell you something. The jokes write themselves. I got so much to talk about. Let me go ahead and tell you, if you a little bit feeling like I'm going to be insensitive, you're probably right. For what you're thinking, I probably am going to be insensitive, because one thing I don't care about is cishet black men who are anti-black and misogynist. I have no energy for y'all. I have no energy for black men participating in patriarchy. I just don't. Y'all have been laughing at this man. It was all cute when y'all was posting the clips, all these other things. Now, who gets the laugh now? Who gets the laugh? And you know what? Because black women genuinely are not out here laughing to death and all the other stuff. They're not doing that. But what they find funny is somebody who's been cheating on them, talking about them, dragging, telling them not to be ambitious, and telling them not to do these things, telling them they're trash, they're overweight, all this other stuff. And this man died alone, single, unwed, in an apartment in Buckhead at 56 with a one-night stand. Like, you can't make this up. This man was living in an avatar. Somebody, what is this, the remix version of Moon Knight? Like, I'm not understanding how this man was talking all of this mess, berating black women, and died in an apartment. Now, let me tell you something. It's nothing wrong with being in an apartment, considering how capitalism is right here beating all of our asses. But what's hilarious, he was never an anti-capitalist. He never talked about any of these things. So we're going to go by his rubric and how he judges stuff. Kevin Samuels could even take the heat that he was even putting out. He could even take it. He could even take the heat. The same way he talked about black women, he couldn't even give himself those reads. This man was almost 60 years old, died with a non-black fat woman, which is nothing wrong with laying up with a fat person. Trust and believe, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is a man who dragged fat women, was sitting here laying up with a non-black fat woman who was half his age in an apartment, dragging black women who are out here getting degrees, out here making money, out here getting salaries, out here can't find men who make the same amount of money as them, telling them not to be ambitious. But you know what? It's by design, because honestly, patriarchy helps cishet black men so much, because y'all have nothing else to offer. Y'all can't do anything else but to tell black women to settle, to praise black men, to cook, learn these recipes. We lose a recipe. Y'all don't want black women to succeed, because then they will find out they don't need you. They don't need you to create a family. They don't need you to make the money. They don't need you. Girl, they even got a Rose toy that is way smaller than y'all and doing stuff that apparently, from statistics, saying that y'all ain't been able to do. Y'all been out here using and abusing black women. Y'all been doing it before Kevin Samuels. We will continue to do it after Kevin Samuels. And in this moment of 24 hours, this little small amount of black women who are laughing, queer folks who are laughing, and just like, girl, I have no energy. It's pissing y'all off. And we are the ones who are sensitive? Y'all out here saying we run the parade. I wish we was out here doing the parade. Let me tell you something. Men who are having these type of views, who believe in misogyny, who want to continue to shit on black women, I don't care when y'all are silenced. I do not care about y'all being silenced. I don't care. And if you think you're going to throw the religion stuff on me, oh my God, you don't speak on the dead. Girl, that book don't work on me, honey. It doesn't. She don't do nothing for me, honey. I'm not one of them folks who's scared to talk about that. And people will say, well, what you going to do when they talk about you when you dead? Girl, I will be asleep. It's probably a hell of a lot better than what I'm dealing with now in all this world. And I got to work 100 hours a week to barely make it in this world. I don't want to be in this capitalist world. Ain't nothing fun about this world. Ain't nothing precious about this shit. So it might be fun to be on the other side, to be honest. But, girl, to bring it back, Kevin Samuels doesn't deserve anything from black folks. Doesn't deserve anything from black women, because it's not just black women who just don't have any energy, don't feel no type of way. It's black folks, period. There's some black folks like, I don't really feel anything. And y'all want us to come out here and be performative and be boohoo and crying for somebody who's offered us absolutely nothing. Nothing but trash. He was not a good man. I don't know what to tell you. He was not a good person. He was not a good person. And I don't want to see this one clip of y'all posting him dragging one black man and calling him fat and saying his peen ain't big enough to be demanding the things that he was asking for of black women. Kevin Samuels didn't even fit his own criteria. You are 56 years old in an apartment. You had a 2-bedroom apartment, and what, a 2-bedroom apartment in Buckhead or 3-bedroom apartment. One of the part of your apartment was used for studio to trash on black women. And you know what's so funny? Girl, if it comes out to find out that he passed away from taking a gas station pill, I'm going to kapoof. If it comes out that he took one of them rhino pills at the gas station and he right here can't breathe, he can't, girl, that's going to be iconic. But we've seen the report now. Atlanta Police Department has said, girl, he passed away May 5th, 2022, somewhere around that morning. And the person who called the police was a non-black woman, and they named her Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. So she called the police. The fire department showed up, tried to give him, mouth-to-mouth CPR. It didn't work. Couldn't. He was just gone. He was gone. Now, what's interesting is being reported that this woman, and I'm not going to name her name, is a nurse. Now, let me tell you something, because this might be, I don't know how to feel about saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Had this been a black woman, probably would have lived. Because black women are so caring. They don't have to be caring, but they've been taught to be caring. They would have probably made sure they would have made sure he was good. The moment he would have said that his chest was hurt, I've seen black women do this because I've seen my mother do it. I've seen black women I know tell cis-het black men, you need to go. As soon as I thought about it, I'm thinking about my mama saying, no, baby, you need to go get checked out. How many times have our mothers, how many times have black women told black men to go get something tested or get something checked out, told them something about their health, and then it comes to find out something was wrong? How many times? We've all been there. We've all been there when our mother has told our fathers to go get this tested. Y'all got all these issues going on, your legs shaking, you got this going on, you can't use the restroom, you can't do this and that, you can barely walk, you can barely breathe, you can be doing all this stuff. How many times have we heard our parents, how many times have we heard black women, even with me and my things that happen, my mother has told me, you need to go get that checked out. How many times have black women been our caretakers, even when we do not deserve it? So let me tell you something, you black men who were out here crying and being upset because y'all are pissed that y'all lost somebody. Y'all are pissed, y'all are hurt that this man who y'all have pride, who y'all have celebrated, who y'all have put on this pedestal for no reason, is gone. He is dead. Ghostbuster. Gone. And y'all don't know how to feel about it because now black women just like, I don't really care. But it was all okay. Like, we're not supposed to speak on the dead. We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to speak on the living either. We're not supposed to be speaking on the living. They're saying, they're talking as if Kevin Samuels was out here saying, put raisins in potato salad. Let's eat hot sweet potato pie, all this other stuff. But some people do eat hot sweet potato pie. Or you eat a baked apple pie without ice cream, vanilla ice cream, because that's how I eat. That's the only way I eat apple pies, with some vanilla ice cream. These are opinions. These are things that we can say, well, no, I like this. What Kevin Samuels was saying and what he was talking about was misogyny. The way he spoke about black women, specifically dark-skinned black women, dark-skinned fat black women, that man did not like black women, period. Which is why he died in the arms, on top of me, come on, the color purple, of a non-black woman who has been reported to be fat. Which is interesting. Now, I'm gonna even turn it up a little bit because that's what I like to do over here at King of Reeds. The King of Reeds is gonna speak it himself. The man who was out here dragging black women for being fat and unhealthy, or dragging fat folks for being unhealthy, and all of these things, has now passed away from a health injury. And what are fat black women out here doing? About to celebrate Mother's Day, period. Like, this is the gift. Like, this is not the gift. This is foolishness. Because he caused this upon himself. That man was out, and I'm not going to sit here and say that death is karma, because I don't believe that. I don't believe there's anything special about death, and I don't think there's anything special about life, because I've only been living. I know nothing about death, what it means to not exist, because I've always, since I've been on this earth, had some form of consciousness. So I don't know what death is like. I don't know any, so I cannot judge and say. All I know is that it's unknown, and the unknown makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but it's something I've always thought about and critiqued. But for some people, it's something that scares a lot of folks. It scares a lot of these men because they are worried of being dragged and ate up like this, and all their truths and secrets start to come to light, and folks start, oh my God. I also, you misogynist too, just spoke with a black woman earlier who said her boyfriend was a big Kevin Samuels supporter, and she didn't even know until she found out today. And she said she doesn't even know how to look at him. Black men, y'all are the weakest link. The weakest link. Y'all are the weakest link, and I'm really loving that black women are starting to leave y'all and abandon y'all and find loving themselves, even with them being single. This man literally called black women who are over 35 leftovers. As if black women, their only purpose is to give men babies, to feed them and care for them and all this other stuff. Black women are doing all of these things, getting degrees, feeding themselves, making enough money to take care of them and somebody else and all this stuff. What is the purpose of y'all? They can go get babies from somewhere else. They don't need y'all. And I think that's what scares a lot of y'all. So y'all don't have anything else but misogyny. That's all y'all have. That's all y'all have is misogyny. That's all you all have. This man told a black woman that she shouldn't believe a child because children lie if a child had spoke about some type of harm that their partner had caused to them. Like there was a scenario, I'm guessing, or something. Matter of fact, I'll play the video.
Question, why would you not just say, girl, whatever, that's your daddy? Why would you just, why would you blow up a marriage? Why would you just believe her?
Why would I just believe my daughter?
Yeah, children lie. Are you kidding me?
Excuse me?
So it seems as though, I don't know if it was a true story or it was a scenario, but a child saying, because it happens, a child said, hey, you know, what's name is looking at me, I'm uncomfortable, all the other stuff. This man is saying, Kevin Samuels is saying, why would you believe a child? Because children lie. And I'm so glad that she responded and said, and grown-ass men lie too. They lie a lot. They lie a lot about not having STIs. They don't get tested. They're not taking care of themselves. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. Black women going to get tested. They know what's going on. They're not going to get tested. The only time they're going to get tested is when the folks is calling them and telling them to pick up the phone before we show up at your job. That's the only time. I've seen it. But, girl, again, black women owe Kevin Samuels nothing. Y'all are pissed that black women are not showing the care and grace that they always do. They are not showing up to make you all feel comfortable. They're not giving anything. They're not going to love on an abuser. They're not going to be doing any of that. Not to say Kevin Samuels was an abuser, but he was very abusive with his power on social media. And that's what makes him dangerous. I keep saying that for people who have platforms like Kevin Samuels, inspire other black men to do trash stuff, because there are some black men who are watching Kevin Samuels, and see nothing wrong. This man literally talked about that men should be able to slap their wives if they're getting out of control or doing whatever. This man literally got on a video and said that he's never seen a situation where a black woman has been abused. I lost my auntie to domestic violence. So many other people like myself have witnessed family members and friends be in abusive relationships with cishet black men. And then you got Kevin Samuels saying that he doesn't see it. That's because you're not doing research. Kevin Samuels is not coming out here telling y'all to read this book, this is what I learned, or this what's the name. He is out here going off of opinions that are not formulated with anything else than the anti-blackness in his small ass mind. That's it. That's it. No research. No nothing. Like, nothing. And y'all out here hurt. Y'all out here butt hurt. Y'all out here crying, clapping your cheeks, upset. Y'all are so sad about this man being gone, and y'all got to take it out on black women who don't care. If y'all care about him and y'all care about him, then go to the man's funeral, have a memorial service. We can't stop y'all from doing that. Y'all was watching it. He was dragging black women for the last 2 years anyway, online. So what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Like, girl, go support him, do whatever. But you can't be telling folks how to feel. You don't have no power. I think that's what's pissing y'all off, that y'all out here really spending y'all energy. Y'all really spending y'all energy. Y'all really, all right, y'all are so upset, girl. Y'all are so, I find it hilarious. Hilarious. Y'all out here pissed, pressed, like y'all ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight. Y'all ain't gonna be able to sleep because y'all beloved is gone. He gone. He's gone. And I don't, like I said, I don't think it's karma. I don't think that God plucked him off the earth because he was a bad person. Because if that was the case, a lot of folks were gone. If honestly, if that was the case, there'd be a lot of politicians gone if God was plucking him off and snatching him up. So I don't believe in karma like that. I don't believe in anything like that, because I need some real stuff, because Kevin Samuels is honestly small fish when it comes to the bigger scheme of anti-blackness and white supremacy. But he is a participant in it, and he has no idea because he's never read anything. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't do anything. He's not reading to be able to give better knowledge. That's what people who care about this work, who are out here having conversations, they are here reading, studying, making sure what they're saying is making sense, and providing facts and research to support their claims. Not out here on a microphone in a small ass apartment in Buckhead hollering in front of a camera. That's what Kevin Samuels was doing. It's low-hanging fruit. I can start a YouTube channel tomorrow, dragging black women, and guarantee you I'll probably have 100,000 subscribers probably in the next year or two. I promise you I can just rebrand. It's so easy to do because there's so many of y'all incels out here. There's so many of y'all grasping for the next Kevin Samuels. Y'all are so thirsty for a leader for y'all cult movement of anti-blackness and misogyny war. Y'all need help. And no therapist is going to be able to save y'all. No, nothing is going to be able. Y'all have to really start to take accountability on how you see the world, how you see yourself, and how you see the black woman who brought you in this world. That's what's confusing to me, because y'all are saying all these other things about black women being this and that, when these are mothers, these are your grandmothers, and these are your great-grandmothers who are staying with y'all trash folks because of misogyny, because of it. Because of patriarchy. They had no other choice. So now these black women don't want to be like y'all mamas and grandmamas and great mamas. They respect them, but they don't want to participate. They don't want to be out here raising a family with a man who is having another family and think they don't know about it. They're tired of it. Black women are over it, to be honest. Which is why I don't be pressed when a black woman find a non-black man. Or a non-black person, period. I don't be caring, because y'all have given them so much. Y'all are not deserving of them, to be honest. So if they're not out here, man, y'all out here calling Serena a man, y'all out here dragging every beautiful black woman who is not light-skinned, y'all calling them ugly, all these other things, and then y'all wonder, you know, I'm gonna find somebody who do care about me, and it just so happens to be this and that. Why would I be with somebody? Why would a black woman want to stay in a relationship with somebody who's anti-black? Makes sense. Now, some women do. There's a lot of pick-me's out here, a lot of pick-me's who was out here supporting and had no issues. Like, there's nothing wrong, I believe it. I'm not pressed about the 100 or a couple of thousand black women who support Kevin Samuels. Candace Owens exists for a reason. The black man that's on Supreme Court justice is a whole raccoon that hates black folks and married to a white woman. I'm not surprised about like folks who are dealing with internalized anti-blackness or internalized misogyny. Like, that it's a real thing. There's black folks who hate being black. They won't say it, but they are. The man was a colorist. He was anti-fat. He was anti-black. He was all the things. That man does not have to say that he don't like dark-skinned women for me to know he's a colorist. It's written all over his face, because 1 + 2 is what? And he gave us all of the variables. That's all I got. Like I said before, black women don't owe you all nothing. They owe you nothing. So if you are pressed about Kevin Samuels being passed away and nobody cared, build a bridge. Oops, some of y'all don't even know how to do that anymore.